When Subaru was founded in 1954, they were known mostly for their quirky, dependable cars. This soon changed with the formation of their performance division, Subaru Technica International. STI is now world famous for turning standard model Subarus into highly tuned off-road rally vehicles. STI builds most cars around the Boxer engine, which allows a lower mounting to give the car a low center of gravity. They also use symmetrical all-wheel drive to boost performance and improve safety. In 1989, STI teamed up with UK-based ProDrive to create the ultimate Subaru rally car, the Impreza. Led by legendary rally driver Colin McRae, the Subaru team won the World Rally Championship Manufacturers title 3 years in a row. STI cars have gone on to win 46 WRC rallies, the most of any Japanese automaker.
How's it going, YouTubers? Cornwall here, back with another tuner video for you all. This time we've got the Subaru STI 22B, and we've got a slightly different paint for you all this time. As you can see, we've got a Watch Dogs paint. Anybody that follows myself or Green's paint booth seen this one up. He spent a bit of time doing a Watch Dogs paint, offered my services to do a tune, and he agreed. So we've now got this fantastic paint job for this, all hand done by himself, which I think he deserves a lot of credit for, because that is fantastic. I'm lucky if I could make that HKS logo on the right, let alone that face, but it looks absolutely fantastic. The level of detail he's gone into to try and incorporate the Watch Dogs theme, and it's slightly different on different sides as well. You've got the recognition failure on Aiden himself. You've got Aiden on both sides, one on the roof. You've got just a couple of the logos and things down the back, and then all just the different lines and things that you get in the game. So this is fantastic. If you do want to download this, it is his gamer tag is Greens, and that's a capital G, Gr333nz, and if you put that into the description, sorry, into the creator, and you can download that there, and please do, because this is a fantastic livery. So we'll just go into the tune for this. Both myself and Greens have had a little bit of a competition with this. There's a rival challenge at the moment on Prague full reverse. There's some traffic on there. It's one of the monthly ones. I've got this into, I think it's about 800 or 700th place. It's quite tricky with the cars that are on there, and there is some traffic and they do get in your way, so it's quite hard to get a clean lap. But anyway, we'll get into the tune, and as always we'll go into the conversion, the engine swap, and we've got the 1.6 litre turbo rally engine on here, and as you can see, obviously once you've put the different mods on that we're going to do in a second, as always the 4 is actually a 5, so you want to be changing just after 5,000 revs. Anything more than that and you're going to lose power, but you can shift as early as 2,000 revs to get that power, so it doesn't matter if you're short shifting and dropping that down. So somewhere on the rev counter between 4 and 6. Obviously the closer you do it to the 4 potentially than you are to the 6, the better it's going to be. But yeah, so just don't forget to do that short shift in there. Drivetrain swaps, we've swapped it from the 4-wheel drive, put it into rear wheel drive, and then I've tuned that so it handles nicely. And go into the engine and the restrictor plate, and we've got the no restrictor plate on here, so it's the second one in rather than removing all the restrictors. So I was managing to just do the second one on here to get it into B class. Platform and handling, and the brakes. We've got the race brakes, springs and dampeners, and we've got race again. Anti-roll bars, a race, rear anti-roll bars also race. And this is one of those rare occasions where I've put the roll cage on, so it does give you a bit of weight, but it does increase your decrease your acceleration a little bit. But it did increase one of the stats. I can't remember which one it is now. But you didn't lose too much on here, but it does make the car a little bit more stable. So we added that in. Weight reduction. We've got the sport weight reduction on here. Driveline and transmission, we've got race. The clutch is stock as always, just quickly show you that. Driveline, and we've got the race driveline, and the differential, we've got the race diff. Tyre compound, and we've got the race tyre compound on here. Front tyre width. Third option, which is the 265 on there, which is the 30R18s in the front, and in the rear we've got the same option again, so third one along, 265 30R18. And the rims, we've got different rims on here. Which ones have we got? So it's the sport rims, and we've got the Falalhil, are they, or something like that? The RE30s on there, which work really well. I think they kind of fit quite well, but there are different ones, as you can see, here to choose from. Because of the weight of this car, it's just it's quite a way under, making it go up a class, so you've got lots to choose from on there, so no worries about weight on that. Front tyre size, so we've gone one up, which is the R18s on there. In the front and in the rear we've got the same again. Back out of there. Aero. The front bumper is Forza. It is a pity that we can't have one of these nice funky ones and have it adjustable, but there you go, it's Forza. The rear wing is Forza again, which doesn't look too bad. Rear bumper, you can select whichever one you want, but I went with the Do Look one. I think that works best with the livery on the back. The side skirts, I've gone with the Sims, because that again gives you kind of the best looking bit. And the bonnet, you can either have the scoop or without scoop. Obviously I've gone without the scoop to take that weight away, but it works well with either. It's entirely up to you. I think that livery wise, I think it works better without the scoop. Yeah, so that's that. And I'll just quickly go into here, quickly bang through the stats. So with all those mods on, you should have speed of 6.3, handling of 5.5, acceleration of 7.9, launch of 8.5, and braking of 6.0. Power 435 horsepower, torque of 516, weight of 2,975, front of 54%, a displacement of 1.6 litres. I'll go through a couple of the other stats in a minute in the tune. So the tyres, we've got 27.0 in the front and 26.5 in the rear. Gearing, I'll just quickly rattle through these. Again, these will be on my Patreon site. Click the link below in the comment and it'll take you to it if you just want the written version of it all. We've got the final drive of 3.67. First gear is 2.89. Second gear of 1.99. Third gear of 1.49. Fourth gear of 1.16. Fifth gear of 0.94. And sixth gear of 0.78. Again, this has been mainly tuned. It'll work well on all tracks, but probably the gearing is slightly more geared to prog reverse, which is what me and Greens have been doing a lot on. So just be wary, you might have to alter that slightly. Alignment, camber at the front is 1.6 and 1.6 at the rear. The toe is 0.1 in the front and negative 0.1 in the rear. And the front caster angle is 6.0. Anti-roll bars 15.02 in the front, 12.46 in the rear. springs of 644.5 in the front and 614.7 in the rear, and the ride height at the front and rear is both 4.1, so it's dropped all the way to the deck. Dampening, we've got 10.0 in the front and 9.6 in the rear for the rebound stiffness, and the bump stiffness in the front we've got 3.8, in the rear 3.4, so it's quite soft where it needs to be in terms of riding those curbs in Prague. It doesn't seem to get too unsettled on those, so don't fully go over them, but you can touch them quite a bit. Downforce for the aero, we've got maxed out at 100 and 200 for the downforce on that. The brake we've got 47% and 110%. Obviously you can alter that yourself. And the differential is 15% and 20%. So on the stats on the left, I'll just do the speed ones. 0 to 60, 4.186. 0 to 100, 11.044. And the top speed apparently is good for 155.2 miles per hour. Obviously the 0 to 60, I don't know how it's done, but presumably it's not done by short shifting, so you might be able to get that a little bit quicker. So some of these stats we do have to take with a pinch of salt. I'd have to check that myself with that. Don't forget that this is available on my Patreon site as well. If you do want the written stats, please do go and check that out. You can support me in different things. I'm doing a video on that soon. The paint is Green's. I'll put a link to his Twitter handle as well, which is Green's Paint Booth, and the gamer tag is Greens, which is capital G, Gr333nz, and the tune is available if you just search for my gamer tag, which is Corn Space Wolf. And until next time.